All right, everybody, welcome to the very first episode of the Talkin Shyte podcast. And today we have TikTok superstar Luke Bennett.
Hello, guys.
Welcome, Luke. How are you doing?
I'm good, yeah.
Good. Oh, fuck, we forgot. We need a word from our sponsors. We don't have one. Fuck the sponsors. But if Boost happen to be listening, we'll take a sponsor from Boost. Love a wee red berry Boost. How do you feel about energy drinks, Luke?
I like them. I don't mind them. I like Boost. I have Boost a lot. Lucas, I don't mind. Monster, I don't mind, but I don't tend to have Monster that much. I prefer Boost over Monster, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd be a big Boost man. I love a red berry Boost. Monster too. There's not a day that goes past I probably don't drink a Boost or a Monster at some point. Just seems to keep. I don't even think they do anything for me. I just like the taste of them.
Yeah.
But I suppose we can start off. Why did you start TikTok, or when did you start TikTok off?
So it's just been over a year since I first started TikTok. So I posted my first TikTok the 6th of January 2021, was literally just over a year ago. Just for a laugh, so obviously we went into another lockdown, and I just thought, you know what, this time I'm going to do it. The previous lockdowns I was so tempted. My mum, my dad, and my brother were all posting on there and saying, come and post on here. And I thought, no, I'm never going to sit in front of a camera starting dancing or anything like that. And I thought, you know what, this one I'm going to do it because obviously it's in the winter. Obviously people are going to be indoors more, so it's too cold to go out. For just to help my own mental health, but also to help other people's mental health. And yeah, we just went from there and started posting daily videos and that, and just started to blow up from there. It's crazy.
Mad. So you're at nearly 290,000 on TikTok now?
Yeah.
That's insane. When did it start to blow up the most? Like, how long were you posting on TikTok, would you say, before it really took off?
So it probably took off, I would say, April last year was the main month. So it was a good 3 months before it started to proper shoot up. Obviously through, because the Q&A feature come on in February, I think it was last year. And then I started doing them, and then people started asking me questions. What would you do if, like, Canto's in your fridge is one of my big ones? And I did Canto in my fridge, get out. And then that get out catchphrase started to become a meme, and it started trending across the country. And yeah, I would say April was probably the main month where it shot up. It took me 3 months, so from January to like end of March, beginning of April, to get to 100k. Then it took me 3 weeks to get from 100k to 200k followers.
That's insane, absolutely insane. So when you first started posting on, were you not tempted to post on TikTok the very first lockdown, or did you have TikTok at that stage, or like what would you have done in the first lockdown?
So I was on TikTok. I've been on TikTok for a few years now, just like what most people do. They don't post, they just scroll through, looking on a few pages and just having other people posting and enjoying themselves and that. But I don't know. I saw loads of people like doing trends and that, and I'll be honest with you, I was probably at that time as well. My confidence was quite low as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't really that much of a confident kid. I haven't been really in school. I'd say the start of college I wasn't either.
Yeah.
And through start doing this as well, it's boosting my confidence up a lot. So obviously when I started doing this, so from when obviously we went into the lockdown there, obviously I weren't in college. So everyone, before then I was like shy and everything. But when I come back, I was a completely different kid. Through obviously this helping me through my confidence and that, loads of people coming up to me, recognising me and doing stuff like this, like coming on podcasts, and I never thought I'd be doing a year ago.
You must love it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a surreal experience, but I never expected to happen.
Yeah. On the confidence thing, do you think before you posted on TikTok, you would have been maybe a bit scared of what people might say if you started posting on TikTok? Because it can be a kind of mindset, I think, across all age groups. Why would you post on TikTok? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? That's stupid. Or because people themselves might be a bit reluctant to post, even though they'll sit and watch other people's videos.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'll probably say before this, obviously, I didn't have a lot of confidence in that. And I used to be like that, to be honest. You know, I used to see some of the videos thinking, why the hell are some people doing like these weird videos and that? But I was thinking in the back of my mind, I wouldn't have the guts to do it. So I hats off to them and I give it to them. And now I've done videos where I've jumped in rivers, danced on buses. That's crazy. Some of the stuff
Yeah.
I've done.
So before you started posting on TikTok, you'd have been like, "What you doing? Why are you doing that? Get out!"
Yeah. I'll be like, what's going on here? Why is someone doing some random dance in the middle of the street? And now I'm doing all that. That's crazy.
You must be really, really busy these days because, like, there are many videos you post a day. There must be at least 30 videos a day. At least has to be.
Well, there's quite a few. It depends because obviously I have I try and now have like a schedule I try and stick to. So many videos on a morning, try and keep in the same order on a night as well. But obviously I'll do extra ones as well. So obviously I do my predictions for football games when they're on. Promote charity games I play in. Promote obviously podcasts I go on or other events I'm going on. So it's quite busy doing that. Plus I'm at uni as well. So on top of that, it's busy. I have a part-time job as well. And I coach as well, so it's busy life at the minute.
Jesus, there's just no stopping at all there. No stopping.
No, it's crazy. People ask me how do you manage it all, and to be honest, it is tough at times. But I somehow manage it. Well, I still don't know how I manage
it. What was I going to say there? You never get days where you're like, you know what? I cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered posting anything at all.
No, there's not. The only time I'll probably like that is if I'm like ill or if I got something going on.
Yeah.
It's probably the only times when I probably wouldn't post, but I try and keep up. And there's some days where I don't know. You guys are probably. I don't know if you've seen some of my videos where I've been like drunk on TikTok. You might have seen some of them. Obviously, them nights I haven't posted. Because I wasn't in the right state of mind, let's put it that way. But other than that, I'll try and post every day if I can, because it's something I enjoy, and you know, well, it's like a little part-time job for me now.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, it's just as you saying there, but drunk. It's probably the only time in any of your videos. I don't think you even posted this video. Somebody else posted it up. I think it's probably the only time I've ever heard you curse, and it was about Boris.
I made a few remarks about Boris. What I suppose I gotta be careful what I say, but
say whatever you want. I don't care.
I think with what's going on with Boris at the minute, it's kind of true. Some of it.
Yeah. But it was one of the funniest things ever. You saying Boris needs to fucking get out. Like, you should start telling people to fucking get out more often.
Oh, it'd be class.
Unreal. But so part-time job. Tell us about your part-time job. Like, you still do it? You haven't decided. You know what? Are you making? I'm going to be a bit nosy here, but social media, does it pay you enough?
To be honest, I am starting to earn. So as I've progressed over the last year, I'm starting to earn on more social media platforms now. So I earn off TikTok. I do Twitch as well, so I earn off that.
Yeah.
I'm on an app called Frills as well, so people put like personalized messages in there, or like they put like a script for me to do. Money off that. I've only been doing that for the last month and a half. I'm close to making money off YouTube, not far off that. But obviously I work at goals. So I don't know if you've heard of, like, goal soccer centres.
I haven't heard of it, but I've seen videos and stuff of it. It looks pretty good. I don't think we have anything like that over here in Ireland. Yeah,
so it's like a football place. So 5-a-side football happens there. We have some 7-a-side pitches as well. But like I do a number of roles down there. So I do the reception sometimes. I work at the bar, so I do like functions. I do coaching down there as well. I'm like a kids partier, so that links in with the coaching as well. So I do a number of roles down there. But even going down there, a lot of people come down just to come and see me sometimes.
I've seen videos of you, like, it was like a wall thing where you like kick the ball and you had to try and get like through a hole and stuff. Is that in the goals place or is that somewhere else?
You on about the event I went to last month? Talkin Social.
Yes, I think that might have been that.
You read a Simple Simon?
Yeah, see him. And
so we had Colour Dragons, mate. We had so one of our charity games played in last month, Match Remind. A load of us went out on like a Christmas do just before Christmas. So Simon organised all this. We went to Talkin Social, what's the O2 Arena in London.
Yeah.
So it's like like a football player, so you do there's challenges you go on, you can have challenges with your mates. So I don't know, you hit so many targets, you hit so many points, point system as well. And then we all went out on the night as well, and that's when obviously that
yes,
drunk video happened with Boris.
Yeah. I thought that was the goals place, that thing, or the goals place. So it's more or less just like indoor football and stuff. Is that what the goals place is? Yeah. Outdoor
pitches. Yeah.
All right, that's pretty good. Tell me a bit about the coaching. Did you play football before, or do you? I take it you. I think I've heard that you basically just focus on coaching now. You don't really play as much.
Yeah, so I stopped playing when I was about 13, and then jumped into coaching when I turned 14, and I've been coaching ever since. So this is why I never thought I'd be doing social media 4 or 5 years down the line. But my goal has always been since I've been 14 coaching. So as I was still at school at the time, helping out coaching. So I was with an under-17 team, but they weren't willing to put me on any courses or anything. So that kind of put me back a bit. So I took a summer out, and then I went to a team called Skyforce. And I got promised by the chairman within a year he'll get me through my level 1 and give me my own team. What he did, so I started helping out, and then the year after I took over. At the time there was just turning under 11 side. So I just finished school, so about to start college, as a 16-year-old taking on manager role at the 9-a-side team. It's a big step. And when I first took over the team, the confidence was down and the morale. From what previously happened with other managers, I got told. So in the first couple of weeks, we were getting battered every week, 15-16-0. But over the time I was there, I only left last summer. But I'll go on to why that happened in a bit. But over the time, obviously, players keep coming in, leaving, and that. Obviously, lockdowns didn't help as well. That interrupted COVID. Both of the seasons I was there. But before I left, we was winning 8-0 in some games. So from going from losing 15-16-0 to 8-0. What meant a lot to me. And then I left there last June. A long story cut short. I don't know if they'll see this, but they might have their own opinions on this. But from what I felt personally, I felt like I got stabbed in the back by the whole club over my social media. So what was one of the things? I think there's a little bit of jealousy. So one of my assistant managers, we're not going to mention his name in case he does watch this, but I don't really care anyway. He had a boiler company business. So it was on the top. So I used to always do my videos. So when I used to do my videos, obviously I used to have my Skyforce stuff on. I used to do them loads of times. And this one time, he just went funny about it. So I did a dance like I normally do. And he had his boiler company sponsor on. And he tried to have a go at me at the match saying, you're a pathetic TikTok boy, you got a boiler company on, it's going to bring it down. If anything, I'm promoting his business. So it didn't make sense to me. And then he wanted me to take the video down. I said, look, he had a lot of views as well, to be honest. Not because of his company, but because of the dance I was doing. And he was being funny about it. So he went to the chairman, went to the FA. I had to take it down in the end, because obviously the FA and stuff like that. It's pathetic, really. And then I felt like everyone was against me, because he was best mates with the chairman as well. So a whole circle. And then it felt like it was all against me. So in the end, I decided myself, I can't be in this situation anymore. So I just decided, it was a tough decision. I decided to leave, but I'm with another team now, called Sedgley White Lions. So I took a step down. So I've gone from coaching under 12s, under 11s to under 7s now. That was a big step down. But I'm still in coaching and that. I coach sometimes in the Walsall Academy by me. But to be honest, Skyforce, I'm just done with them. And what they did to me, when I explained to people, they're like, how can they do that? If anything, it was like helping promote his business about what I was. But he didn't see that in his eyes.
It is a bit pathetic, really, from them to do that. Coaching, I would love to get into the coaching, but I would spend a lot of time playing football now, and I feel like coaching will be the kind of thing I want to step into once I stop playing football. It must have been hard for you to start coaching at such a young age, because 14, as you say, it's a very, very young age to start coaching. It's mad that you can actually start coaching at that age.
So when I was 14, I was just helping out, if you know what I mean. So I was taking on a leader role, if you know what I mean. Because obviously at the time I just wanted to get some experience before I took on. And obviously progressing through, I'm learning more. I'm at uni at the minute doing a football coaching and performance degree as well. So obviously that'll help with my coaching as well. And with social media, people have asked me, would you go down the coaching route more, or would you go down the social media route more?
Yeah.
And that might be a decision I have to make in the future. But at the minute, I can manage both, and I could potentially link both of them in together. So like I've got teams, so like Chelsea, Wolves, Southampton, Watford. I've been on their TikTok pages to use my sound, so they know who I am.
Yeah.
And plus, being a massive Wolves fan myself, I spoke with staff members there, and the social media team know who I am. So like these teams know who I am, and like they know I do coaching, get my qualification, and that there's opportunities there as well, so I can like link them both in potentially.
Yeah. Just as you mentioned there about Chelsea and Wolves and stuff, I think I'd heard before that like obviously Wolves haven't brought you on. They haven't brought you on like for an actual video yet or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. They've used my sound, so they know who I am. I'm a little bit disappointed because you know I'm not only far from Wolverhampton. I'm a big Wolves fan. I've been going there years and years, so they know who I am.
Yeah.
And like I was at one of the games at once. People started to get out chants in the stands. And I had like Jimenez and Troy. I turned around and smiled, so the players know who I am. So you know, if Wolves, if you've seen this, come on, we got to do some work together. Like you know,
that's insane. And you know what the thing is, I see on Twitter all the time, Wolves esports are crying out for content creators and stuff. Now, I don't know what they want them to do, but fuck me, you've got the biggest fucking Wolves fan here, the king of TikTok. Get him on, Wolves.
Come on, Wolves.
You know, I don't know if you speak to any people on Twitch. Like, there's some people that are in the Wolves esports. I don't know if you know them. I think Daz Bala maybe in the Wolves esports, and
yeah, I've heard some of them. Yeah,
yeah. Can they not say, look, get her Luke Bennett in?
I know. I've had no contacts or anything, so hopefully soon, maybe.
What if another club came and asked you?
Yeah. If another club came, well, you know, even if it's not Wolves, if it's another team, then you know, if they're doing like some promotional stuff or some like collab stuff, I would take it, to be honest.
Yeah. It's funny. I just seen the other day a video the one Chelsea put up on their TikTok of Kante, and then using your like, why could they not bring you on to actually do that? Like, that would be,
I know,
that'd be brilliant.
A lot of people have said to me, like, you do these videos, what's your Kante's in your fridge? Imagine if you could actually get Kante in a fridge. I know, actually at Stamford Bridge or something, and like he actually gets that video will blow up so much. Or any footballer.
The amount of views that we get would be insane. It would be absolutely mental. That would be unbelievable. I can't believe it hasn't happened yet. It has to happen.
Hopefully, it's got to happen. If any teams are out there seeing this, come on, we've got to do something. You know, people want to see it, so we've got to give what the people want.
Yeah, that's unreal. But yeah. So you're a Wolves fan, obviously. Are you a season ticket holder?
No, I'm not a season ticket holder, but I have like a membership. So plus through TikTok as well, I know a few people have managed to get me tickets, but I've only missed 3 home games this season. One was because I was in Blackpool, so I couldn't go to it, and the other 2 I couldn't get tickets to. But every other home game I've been to. I was at Sheffield United last weekend. I'm at Southampton this weekend. But even going to the games, I have like away fans always message me, "Oh, I'm coming down. Are you going to be there? I want a picture of you." And I've had some come up to me, and sometimes the police have looked over like we're going to start scrapping or something. Like, no, they just want pictures of me. Like, we're not going to start scrapping.
That is insane. That is class. How do you feel about the whole people coming up to you and getting photos and stuff like that?
I love it, really. I love it. There's a few creators out there who don't like it. Well, obviously it's down to you know, individual like circumstances, stuff like that. But I love it, really, because the way I look at it, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in. So if they have pictures of me, videos, I'm happy to do anything like that. And people come up to me on the street sometimes asking for pictures. I've had people, like, if it's been on a main road, literally pull up on the side, got out the car, I've had a picture of me, asked me to do a video, jump back in the car and drove off. And you got everyone else driving past, like, what's going on here? That's crazy, some of the stuff.
That's mad. But are you ever walking through maybe like a shopping centre or something, and there's people coming up to you? Do you ever like see other people maybe looking and thinking, what's going on there? Like people that maybe don't know you.
So yeah, I've had people come up to me in shopping centres. I've even been waiting in queues. There's been people in front of me, saying, "Oh, no, wait," and they've actually waited. So they've gone and paid for their stuff, waited at the end of the tills for me to pay for my stuff, and then stopped me there and have pictures of me. And I've had people looking, but I've had people turn around and say to me, "Oh, why is everyone coming up to have pictures with you?" And then I've explained and said, "Oh, no way." And like, I've had a good conversation with some of these people who like these like older people who probably don't really go on social media that much. And when I've explained and said, "Oh, no way," and like, I've had like a good like 15-20 minute chat with them as well.
That's mad. Do you ever see like the pranks that some people do in New York and stuff, where like somebody who isn't remotely famous at all gets like people to follow them around, and then people come over and get pictures and stuff? Do you ever see people doing them pranks? Like, do you think there's people out there who maybe don't know who you are, but they're coming over to get a photo because they see other people getting a photo with you?
Yeah, I've seen them. And there's probably is a few. Like I've been at like again, it's probably because my target audience is more like younger people. So like there's been others and like there's been a few adults come over like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get a picture with this guy. He must be big, he must be famous and stuff like that, or he must have a lot of followers." So everyone's coming up to him. I've had a few like that as well. But again, I'm happy to have pictures with anyone, even if like people have come up to me and said, "Who are you?" And then I've had to explain, and I said, "No way." So I'm happy. Like not everyone's gonna know me. You know what I mean? But I think, like I said, it's more my target audience is more like a younger, like teenagers, people my age, college, uni students, stuff like that.
Yeah, you seem very down to earth anyway. You don't seem like one of these people who would go around thinking, "Oh, look at me, I'm Luke Bennett." You know the way you get people like that, like, "Do you know who I am?" Like they'll try and use their status to get stuff or get into places whenever the people maybe don't know who they are at all. But so I want to talk to you about school. So like whenever you were at school, would you would you have been were you smart? Like how did you do in like exams and stuff like that there? Did you like school?
So I'll be honest with you, I used to be like again back in school, I used to be like shy, so I used to be the guy who sat at the back of the class, just got on with my work, and that didn't really. I used to talk with people, talk with my mates and that, have a laugh sometimes and that, but I used to be quite shy in that. And I used to enjoy school and that. Again, like even then, obviously at the time I was coach, so I was coaching since I was in year 10, and obviously that's the years in England and that. So like I was always doing sports stuff like that. But I did all right in my GCSEs. Again, you know, if there's anyone watching, young people out there, teachers bang on about GCSEs is the most important thing. I know some people who did really bad in their GCSEs who are doing really well in life now. It's not always about your GCSEs. It's about getting experience doing other things as well. You could get, it's like grades now. So you could get grade 9s in everything. 9's like equivalent to like an A star thing, something like that. So you could get 9s in everything but have no experience. But then you could have someone who could get like a 6 or a 7 or has more experience than you. They'll pick that person because they've got that experience. It's about getting experience out there as well, not just about getting the grades. Obviously, grades are important, but it's about getting that experience as well.
I think my dad always told me that GCSEs, they don't necessarily matter, but they're easy carried around. Like if you get good results, like they might not matter in the end up of what job you are getting, but like you can always say, "Look, I have this behind me," or whatever. Same with a uni degree and stuff. Like people might go to university, get a degree, then go get a job nothing to do with their degree, but they'll get that job based on basically you're educated to university level, if you know what I mean. But it might be a bit of a hard topic, but were you ever bullied in school or anything like that there?
At times, because obviously everybody being ginger as well.
I think everybody maybe
obviously
gets bullied at some point in school, regardless of But so you weren't massively bullied or anything? You're just
I was at times, obviously being ginger. I used to have the ginger joke stuff like that. But I was gonna get it. I always knew that. But I just ignored it most of the time. And that there was some times where there's some explicit stuff happened. So the once I think I was in year 7 or year 8, and I had a year 11 come up to me and try and strangle me around the throat. And his mate filmed it as well and shared it around on social media. He got took down, the kid got kicked out and everything. That's probably the worst I've had. But there's a lot of people now who probably used to try and bully me and that, and look at the position I'm in now. And I've had some of them come up to me and like apologise for what they've done in the past, but I don't want anything to do with them people anymore. There's a lot of people who for example, there's some people out there who I used to speak with a lot. but are not doing things for their life now. So I want to get out of that like group. You know what I mean? I want to focus on my own things.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people have said, "Well, you've surprised me with what you're doing. You used to be like a shy kid. You used to get bullied sometimes." And I'm like, yeah, but people can change. And again, people say social media is a bad thing for like young people and that. And there's young people out there, it's not always a bad thing.
Yeah.
And if people ask me, how do you like become big on there and stuff? It can help with confidence wise.
Yeah.
There's people I spoke with who've got low confidence and that, and I've told them, look, if you want to start doing and they want to do social media, but they're scared to go in the camp, they're scared to what people think. And I'm like, I used to be in that position. I used to be scared to what people would think. But at the end of the day, don't listen to what people like people hate on you. Just ignore it. You just got to let go over your head. At the end of the day, if you enjoy creating content, if something you enjoy and it helps with you, like bring your confidence up, go for it. And like there's a lot of in schools and that teach say, social media is bad and everything. It's not always, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
It's not always a bad thing. It can help with people a lot, like it's helped with me.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. There's obviously good parts to social media and bad parts. I think the good parts of social media outweigh the bad more often than not.
Yeah.
I think it's a kind of like an older person's mindset as to how social media is a bad thing, or young ones these days, they aren't off social media, they're always on their phones and stuff like that there. But like, people can make careers now out of social media, like many people are doing. Yourself, you could probably be full-time at social media in the very near future if you wanted. But like, do you have any like big future plans on social media? What you want to do with it?
I mean, a lot of people have asked me again with the coaching and social media thing, which one would I pick if I had to pick one? It's a tough decision because obviously coaching was way before social media. So I'm at uni now, but people have said to me, would you drop out of uni to social media full time? At the minute, no. But if I had like a big opportunity come up, so I don't know, a big deal come up or something, what could put me on another level in terms compared to like uni and could like I've got to weigh things out, you know what I mean? So if that went up there and uni went down there, then I'll take that over uni. But at the minute, I try and do both. But I'll be honest with you, and I'm honest with a lot of people, it is tough. Obviously with assignments, stuff like that, with uni, trying to keep up with social media, work, coaching, it's a lot. And to be honest, there has been days where it has got to me a few times. There's been a few videos I've done where like people have, like usually I just ignore height and that, but there has been some days where just stuff's got to me so much. And there's been videos now where I've broke down the once on here. I try not to put that side on me, but sometimes it does get a lot for me. But again, that might be a decision I might have to make, which one I'll take in the future.
Just as you mentioned there about getting hate and stuff, how do you deal with like people maybe giving you hate or trolls on your videos, or maybe even do you get trolled in real life? Like if you're out in the street, maybe recording a TikTok, do you get hate?
I'll be honest, it's not. I don't get it in real life that much. It's everyone behind a camera or typing. But anyone can do that.
People with no profile picture usually. Yeah,
I have a lot of people like that. I have in the comments and that, but I just ignore it and laugh. Because the way I look at it, anyone who's commenting is giving me an extra view, or getting me an extra bit of money.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. And I just let go of my head, and I speak with other creators who it gets to them a lot. And I've said, look, you just got to let go of your head. There's a lot of jealous people out there who want to be in the position where you're in. You know, I don't understand big-headed or anything like that. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who there's a lot of jealous people out there.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it, you just got to ignore them, let it go over your head, and carry on doing content you enjoy. Because 99% of them people enjoy your content who follow you.
Yeah.
You're always going to have that small percentage who just on there to take the mick out of you and everything. But you're going to get that. The way I say to look at it, and the way I say to people as well, is if you can't handle hate, don't bother doing social media at all, because you're going to have it at some point.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to deal with it at some point. And I'd rather be honest with people. I'm not going to turn around and say to someone, you're never going to get hate, because you probably will at some point. And I'd rather be honest with people before they make a decision whether they're going to do it or not.
Yeah. And the more popular you get on social media too, the more hate you're probably going to get, because the more eyes on you, the more people are going to just have something to say about it. But most of the time, I see in like TikTok comments and stuff on multiple people's profiles, like hate that some people get, it's usually quite lighthearted, and like it is taking the mickey. I never really see anything really, really bad where people are like being like really nasty, unless I'm maybe missing out on some things. But is there anybody that ever be really nasty in the comments, or
I usually get like, at the minute I get like the fell off comments and that, but I could turn around and say to a lot of people, if I fell off, why was it with like members of the Sidemen last month? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I just don't bother replying to that. I have had some. So my great nan, she has dementia. She's in the care home at the minute. So a lot of people know about that, and I've had some nasty comments in there about her. And again, when I talked about that video where I broke down, it got to me a lot. And I wasn't going to post that video, but I thought, I'm just going to post it to make people realise, I do try and ignore a lot of it, but emotions can get the better of you sometimes.
Yeah.
I have had it that deep sometimes. It doesn't happen that often, and it doesn't happen really anymore because people have realised after I did that video.
Yeah.
But that's probably the worst of it. Most of the time, it's just like, oh, what are you doing? You're pathetic, all that stuff. But most of that, I just laugh it off. And
yeah. Fell off seems to be the new trend for people just to say in people's videos and stuff, regardless of whether they fell off or not. It just seems to be the popular thing at the minute. Let's talk about Cal the Dragon and Astrid Wet and Ed Matthews. We'll talk about this situation. That's a bit of a mad one. I kind of feel sorry for Cal lately. Like, I wouldn't be a massive fan. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a massive fan of his. But lately, I've been feeling a wee bit sorry for him in a way. But,
yeah. I mean, it's obviously I go live every night on here now, and people are constantly asking me. I spoke with Cal about it. I spoke with Astrid. I spoke with Ed, and I'm just going to say the same thing I've said to all of them. Look, I don't want to get involved in it, but people have constantly been asking me, so I've had to give an opinion on it. So I'll give one there as well. What's the same as what I've said before? People keep saying Astrid using Cal, blah blah blah. Ed's trying to say Astrid using Cal and all this stuff. But they're entitled to their opinions at the end of the day. Everyone's got their own opinion. The way I look at it, Cal and Astrid are two creators doing a collab together, creating videos. I've got millions of views. What's boosted their channel so much.
Yeah.
So I don't just leave them to it. I don't know where all this petty stuff's come. This petty stuff really. I don't know where it's all come from. And they're arguing, and I've seen Astrid arguing with Ed, Cal blocking Ed, and it's silly really. And just the way I look at it, like, I want to stay out of it, but at the end of the day, I personally don't think Astrid is using Cal. They're just two creators creating videos. Like I've done videos with other creators, like I've done videos with Aaron Hunt. There's no one saying there, I'm using Aaron or Aaron's using me. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't get what the difference is here. They're just two creators creating videos, but I've got millions of views. It has boosted Astrid's account. And if you look at some of the video, I think one of the videos got like 6 million views.
Yeah.
It's got to be probably one of the most views videos with Cal in it. But at the end of the day, they're just helping each other out and just leaving them to it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's why I look at it.
It's funny, that's what I was going to say. Like, people are obviously saying that she's using him for views and stuff, but like, and then they'll say, oh, would she be with him or friends with him if he had 1,000 followers? And the answer is probably no. But then again, say you and Cal the Dragon made a video together. Like, you just wouldn't be making a video together if you didn't have, like, if one of you had less, like 1,000 followers or whatever. So it is just like two content creators just collaborating. Just happens to be one of them just has another premium page, and people just they just want to troll Cal. I think that's what it is. But I feel like, as Ed Matthews, I've only seen a few of his videos at the time. I seen the photo of him and Astrid, and I think he tried to sort of annoy Cal in that way. But you said you had spoke to Cal and Astrid and all that. Do you have their numbers, or do you just message on TikTok or Twitter and stuff? Or
so I'll speak with them on like TikTok and sometimes Instagram and that. And look, I've said the same thing to all of them. Like I just said, at the end of the day, I don't want to get involved. A lot of people are saying me and Astrid should collab, and probably not at the minute with what's going on, but who knows what can happen in the future, like football videos, stuff like that. People want to see it. If people want to see it, then there's some football stuff there. But with what's going on, not at the minute, and even Astrid's agreed with that. But I messaged Ed last night, and he messaged me back and saying, "Fairs on your opinion," and that agree to disagree, stuff like that. He has his opinion, I have my opinion. But there's nothing. I have nothing against any of them. None of them have nothing against me. But I just think some of it, like, I keep getting tagged in it all. Literally, my mentions constantly tagged in all their stuff a lot of the time. What's going on in the situation. People keep asking my opinions on it. And I thought, I'm going to have to say something because otherwise people are just going to be non-stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. But at the end of the day, the way I look at it, just leave them to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. We need a Luke Bennett and Astrid Wet collab on TikTok. That has to happen. Like, why is this not happening? Get it going. Have you spoke to her about doing a video?
Yeah, I spoke with Astrid. We are looking at potentially doing something in the future, but with what's going on at the minute, we've both agreed not to do it right now until all this stuff dies down, and then look at something in the future at some point.
Is there any other creators that I would know that you've maybe spoke about having or doing a video with, like Tom Garrett or Paddy Murphy or anything like that there? Tom Garrett's big fan of yours.
Tom doesn't live that far from me. So I mean, obviously I've met Tom. He was playing in one of the Match of Mine games, one of the Chelsea games we played in last month. And that was the first time I met Tom, and he's the same, to be honest. I have a lot of respect for him. Yeah. So who knows, man, me and Tom could do something. Paddy Murphy, I spoke to him a few times. Obviously, he's done in pro clubs like Aaron Hunt and Dave and that, and they've tried to get me on before and that. But we've got to try and get something sorted with that.
Yeah.
But even with Paddy, we've got to sort something out. And there's a lot of crowds I want to do stuff with, but again, it's finding the time when I'm free, when they're free. But yeah, there's a lot of other creators who I could do stuff with in the future.
Yeah. That's class. Yeah, I think I seen Tom standing. He was sticking up for you in a video one day. I think Tom has this ability. Like 1 minute, that you could really, really hate him for something he says, and then the next minute you think, you know what, this lad's actually talking a lot of sense. I think he is very. He does know football. Like he really, really does. But there was somebody else. Who else while we're on the subject of like sticking up for people and stuff, you stick up for yourself really, really well. Who was it? Is it HS Tiki Taki or something?
Oh, HS Tiki Taki.
That's what I was wanting you to talk about. He called you, was it a weird geezer or something on a live?
Yeah.
Like absolutely no call for it, and like you didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to. You could have ignored it. You could have like just thought, I'll just leave it or whatever. But you came out with a video and you stood up for yourself really, really well. Like there's a lot of people who wouldn't have said a word. They would have just let it be and let it slide.
Yeah.
Just let him have the higher ground. And then he apologized, didn't he?
Yeah, so I'll put it on my backup account in case he got took down. Because TikTok, the guidelines are weird on there. But to be honest, even that one on my backup account got over 500,000 views. And loads of the comments are like, fair play. Like I said, at the end of the day, like I said in the video, I have nothing against any of them. I respect them for obviously the positions they're in and that, but don't go and say something on a live when I didn't even know about it. I didn't know about it, so someone tagged me in it. So I did that video saying, look, I don't appreciate it. At the end of the day, there's no need for it. I have a lot of respect for you though, still. But just think about what you say, because that didn't affect me, but that could affect other people in different ways. So you got to think about what you say, because it could affect people like mental health and that. And again, going back to what I said at the start, why I did TikTok to help with my own mental health and out with other people's. And that comment didn't get to me, but that could get to someone else. And you don't know how it could affect each individual person. Yeah. And then he did apologise after, so it's all brushed under and everything now. So I think he realised after that he shouldn't have said what he did. Well, at least he realised there's people out there who are like, I don't care. Well, at least he realised, what shows he actually is a genuine person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You talk about mental health a lot. Have you had problems with your mental health over the last few years? Has COVID played a part or anything like that?
I never really have had mental health issues or anything, but through COVID, I thought, you know what, this is getting tough. You know what I mean? Like, we're human beings at the end of the day. We're not expected to stay in all the time, if you know what I mean. Like, again, with my coaching and that, I used to have a busy life before social media. So like not doing any of that. It did get to me a little bit, especially through the first couple of lockdowns. Obviously, we had nice weather. I don't know what it was like, but we had decent weather. In the first lockdown, so I think that helped a lot. But again, through the winter one, I thought, you know what, I just need to do something, because I'm not going to go out as much compared to the last lockdown, because it's cold. It's darker nights. So if I'm going to start doing this just to try and help with my own and like just
Yeah.
try and take my mind off like all this COVID stuff. Because again, the media stir a lot of things up
Yeah.
and scare people. Don't always believe what the media say.
Yeah.
And because a lot of it is just like some of it's true, but like some of it's just to scare people to do stuff. And but yeah, I just want to, like, I've had people message me saying your videos has helped me get through certain days. Like I've been finding stuff off your videos and made me laugh. It's my mental health, and that's meant a lot to me because that was my number one thing I wanted to focus on, is trying to help with people's mental health and keep people entertained through tough times. And you know, none of us have experienced anything like this before.
It must feel really worth it whenever you get a message like that. Yeah,
100%. Like I said, it did get a little bit emotional when I had some of the messages, and it meant a lot to me because, again, like, I never expected it to go in the position I'm in. And again, there's a lot of people who saw me 2-3 years ago as a shy kid, and now I'm like got nearly 300,000 followers on social media platform and doing collabs with like Mini Minter and Randolph, going on the podcast, and you know, playing in charity games, playing in front of crowds, and it means a lot to me. It's crazy.
See, but before you went on to TikTok, or even maybe now, would you watch much YouTube or Twitch, or like, would you have had a favorite creator or anything like that there before?
Yeah, I used to watch YouTube a lot. So obviously, again, going back to Life Aside, I used to watch Mini Minter stuff all the time, like KSI and that, and like I've like met Mini Minter, and it's crazy. Like I grew up watching these people, and they invited me onto the podcast, and I was having a good chat with them, and it was like a surreal experience. And you know, hopefully other like creators I get to do stuff with who I've watched before, and like watching these people is crazy. And like people like come to me now and saying like I've helped inspired them to start social media and do stuff, and it's crazy because there was this one group who proper inspired me a lot. Have you heard of the Smithy family on TikTok before?
I think I've heard of them. Yeah.
So I used to watch their content a lot. And obviously Nick, he was obviously he was just a builder, and they used to just, you know, there's just a normal family in that. And they started social media, and like he does that full time now. And I used to watch their stuff alone. And when I saw it, I thought, you know what, I'm going to start. Obviously, part of it was through lockdown as well, but part of it was this. I'm going to start doing this now, because if they can do it, I can do it. And that was a big, a lot to me. And obviously, you've got Jack as well, obviously, Jesse's brother and that. And I was at an event called Talkfest last year, and Jack and his girlfriend Amy and Nick were there. And I briefly saw Jack and Amy. I don't think they saw me, but I was getting stopped a lot, so I didn't get a chance to see them. But I think one of my videos, there was right behind me. And obviously, people like this, like I've watched for ages, and it's just crazy. Meeting, like even at that event, just meeting creators and getting invited to it was just like, it's a real experience.
Yeah, you must have your calendar filled up with events that you have to do, and football matches and stuff like that. There, like I've seen a few. You're already signed up for many 2 or 3 charity matches already so far this year.
Yeah, I've got one. Content Ball is in March. Leighton Orient Stadium. I got one in April, 1x1. Obviously I played in Match for Mine last year and Content Creators Cup, and there'll probably be another one of them, each of them this year, so that could potentially be another 2. There might be another one I might be playing in June, so that's near enough 5 there. What could potentially, obviously I'm confirmed for 2, there could be another 3 coming up. Obviously I'm doing other stuff as well, so I've got 2 events coming up next month. Like we've got like Creators Night Out, so I've got an event in Newcastle, I got another event the week after in Birmingham. I might be in Wales next week, doing something with another guy. I'm in Nottingham on the 24th on a podcast I was on last year. It's crazy, like loads of stuff coming up. So I have to make sure I've write it all down, because I can't remember all of it off the top of my head sometimes. It's crazy, all this stuff. But I'm grateful for all these opportunities.
Yeah. You'll be due a holiday sometime soon anyway. So you'll
100%.
I see you're is it HS Tiki Talk? He says he's going to take you to Mayfield, was it?
Yeah, obviously or something like that. Who knows what can happen?
He said he'll get you a bird. Speaking of girls, are there any girls in the scene?
I'm not with anyone at the minute, let's put it that way. But I've had a few message me, but again, I've got to be careful of like age, like some are like 18, 19, but I can clearly tell they're not. And again, with my name being there, one bad move I make, someone clips out something, it could ruin me. So like I have to be careful. With like when people message me, like if I see like that, I can tell they're like proper underage, straight away blocked.
Do you get do you think a social media presence has like brought more attention towards you on like in terms of girls?
I feel like there's a few more than like I see a lot of people out there. Obviously, people who have obviously started and obviously got a lot of attention off girls and like got with one and obviously they're in their videos. That'll be a plan for the future, hopefully.
Yeah.
If I get with someone and obviously try and get them in my videos a lot.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But yeah, there's a few who message me. But like again, I've got to be careful of age and
Yeah, no,
stuff like
completely
that.
understand. I actually forgot to say when we were talking about school. Is there anybody like that you maybe didn't speak to in school, or you maybe weren't that friendly with, or anything, that has tried to like come up to you now, or like maybe message you and stuff, like, oh, we were friends, or try and get a wee bit of clout off you or anything?
There's a few. I mean, there's a few again, like you used to always take the mic and like they realise I'm the position I'm in now. And
Yeah.
like there's a few people who again who doubted me to succeed in
Yeah.
anything, and including TikTok. There's a lot of people at the start who doubted me.
Yeah.
And I've proved a lot of people wrong now. And like them people are like fair play to you and everything now. And even
Yeah.
some people like I have some point in my life like, oh, you was in my class at school and I have to read the use. And I'm like, I don't recognise you, but when they say that, I'm like, yes, I remember you now. But I used to never talk to you a lot. So why are you trying to become really friendly with me
Yeah.
now? I mean, I can like people say they try to get close with you, stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
people have their opinions and that, but potentially. But yeah, there's a few who message me, but at the end of the day, I just want to focus on what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Obviously, school and everything, it's done with. Like, I've got my stuff. I'll be honest with you, I don't speak with many people from school. I speak with some, but not many. Again, through the social media world, I'm meeting a lot of other creators, becoming good mates with them as well. And we're friends, like doing stuff like this as well. Like, I'm getting to know you a bit more.
Yeah.
And like for stuff in the future we could do, like any other podcasts I'm on, any other opportunities, I'm happy to do them because I'm happy to help people out and help myself out. And, you know, it's stuff I enjoy doing. So why not do it?
Do you have many friends that aren't on TikTok or aren't on social media, or like, obviously you have a life outside of TikTok, like obviously you have friends that are content creators too, but do you have a wee like a group of friends?
Yeah. So like I said, I still keeping like I've still got mates from school. I'm still mates with now, so we go play footy and a lot. And again, this TikTok whole thing started with us in our group chat saying, "Oh, one of us got to start doing TikTok," and I was like, "Well, I'll start doing it, see what happens." And the position I'm in now is crazy. But you might have seen my mate Kyle, he's like my cameraman. He's been in a few videos,
right?
A few times. I've been mates with him since school. He was a year above me, and I got mates with him through my other mates was in my year because they all live like close, and we used to always go play football. We still play football now, but again, I don't play football with them as much as I used to because I'm just so busy. And I try and play football with them a lot. Like they come down to goals where I work, and I try and play football, but I've got to do it right now if I haven't got anything on with work, with uni, with social media. But again, probably my mate Kyle, my cameraman, I've become good mates with him, and he's come on a few trips with me. So like he come down when I was on the What's Good podcast. He met Randolph Minman, so I meant a lot to him as well. He's come on a few. He's been at a few of the charity games. He was at the event last month at the O2 and that. So him being best mates with me, he can come. Plus he's my cameraman as well, so I can bring him. There's a few more other mates as well. We'll still play football and still speak with him. That. And what a lot of people say, you do social media, but like I have a life outside of TikTok as well. It's not always what you see on here and that.
Yeah. So what would like just a general day be for you? Like start of the day to the end of the day, what is your like sort of schedule then?
So let's go off like, I don't know, a busiest day I could probably have. So at the minute I'm scheduled on campus on uni on a Monday and Tuesday. So on a Monday, I'm not usually until 1. So I could get up on a morning, record on morning videos, what can take anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour. And then I go to uni and that. Come back, get ready. So I'll stream on Twitch as well. So I get up on my Twitch stream, do that, record my night videos, do a TikTok live. But as well, I try and at least once a week go recording somewhere local, so do videos outside because I find if you do videos more in public, they're going to get more views.
Yeah,
I've had it a lot. A lot of people say that it's proven on my thing as well. A lot of my emoji videos, me dancing on a bus, 2.2 million views for just dancing on a double-decker bus. So yeah. But yeah, it's quite busy. So like stuff like that. Obviously, I work as well, so coaching as well. I do coaching 2-3 times a week. I work mostly weekends. Obviously, I'll go out sometimes as well. So it's quite busy. It varies each day. Depends what I've got coming up. So with uni, for example, today I'm doing this now. I was meant to stream on Twitch tonight, but I'm taking my brother because his birthday was recently, so he wants me to take him out to buy some stuff. So I've said, look, I'm not gonna schedule a Twitch stream tonight because I don't know what time I'll be back. I might do one. It depends what time I'm back. But again, we're doing that as well. It's a lot of time consuming. And again, like I said earlier, people say, how do you manage it all? And it's tough. And like a lot of people say to me, they would have no chance of managing what I'm doing right now. It is tough at times, but again, I enjoy doing it. So I've got to, there's a lot of people out there who enjoy my content, so I've got to keep up with it.
You're managing your 24 hours well. Molly May would be proud of you. What's your views on that there? What she said?
Oh, it's interesting. Let's put it that way.
To be fair, I think she's not wrong. It just came across like the way she worded it just was quite wrong because like everybody obviously has different situations and stuff. Like some people's 24 hours might be 12 hours of that might be work, and the rest, like they could have 4 or 5 hours doing something else, but like they might have 1 hour spare that they watch TikTok or Facebook, whereas like the likes of Molly May would be expecting you to, it depends what you do with that hour that you want. Like most people, including myself, will spend hours on TikTok or spend hours playing the PlayStation or whatever. Just it's all down to personal choices, really.
Yeah, it's down to like what people do, and obviously, again, each individual has different circumstances. Obviously, some people have to do like a 9 till 5 shift, and they have to get so many hours in to pay for, like, I don't know, the rent or something, or to keep the food on the table. Each individual's household is different in that circumstances.
You're still living at home then? Have you any plans to move out?
So currently I go to uni local, so I didn't bother paying for accommodation. It's literally 25 minutes down the road from me, so I didn't, to the point of paying £100 a week when I can still live at home. Saves me a bit of money as well. I will probably look at moving out in the future. Obviously, if I get with someone, maybe settling down somewhere, stuff like that. In the future. And again, like the way I look with social media now, like I'm still pretty young, so again, I can turn this into a career. And for when I have kids in the future, like I can tell them about how I started. I want to provide a lot of good things for my kids in the future and that. And stuff like that. So with social media, that can help me out. And it's just, I just want to keep growing and growing and keep going bigger and bigger. Like, it's crazy some of the stuff I've done in the last year. And it's only been, people think like it takes people years to get to like nearly 300,000 followers on a social media platform. And I've done it in like a year. It's still mind blowing to think. I never expected it. It's just crazy.
Obviously TikTok will be your main platform, but do you find it a struggle maybe to get people from one platform to another, like over to Instagram or to Twitch, or maybe like YouTube, for example? Do you find it hard to get people to cross over?
Yeah, I mean, on like I do vlogs on YouTube, and I think I've got like 3,000 subscribers on there. Well, a lot of people say to me, if you got like nearly 300,000 on TikTok, why haven't you got that on YouTube? It's not as easy because it's a different audience at times. Like some people say, I do promote it and that, but again with TikTok, it's about pushing your videos out, and some get pushed out, some don't. It just varies. And obviously with Twitch, I'll stream on there. I earn a little bit of money off there as well. It's a nice extra little bit of money. Obviously people pay subscriptions, donations, stuff like that. But I appreciate it and that, and it's like an extra thing. Like I've always played PlayStation now, but now I'm earning a bit of money for playing it. It's crazy. On top of like doing TikTok, I do YouTube as well. Like I do want to try and grow on these other platforms as well. And I try and put more work into them as well. But TikTok's always been my main thing because that's what's made me get in the position I'm in now.
I'm obviously on Twitch as well. I found with Twitch, like you could have somebody on TikTok have 50,000 followers, and they maybe a few hundred people watching them on Twitch, and then you could have somebody with 100,000 followers on TikTok and maybe sitting with 10, 20 viewers on Twitch. It's strange how like the crossover can be different. Like I know how it works. Like some followers maybe are only there for TikTok, and it's strange how the crossover can be so hard, because I've seen people really blew up on TikTok and Twitch over the last year, and then I've seen people blow up on TikTok but not so much Twitch. I don't know how that happens, like if they're promoting on both, like how does it not transfer over? It's mind-boggling to me.
It is. It's a weird one, and that. Yeah. Like again, like on TikTok, I don't know 300,000, but on Twitch, I've got about 9,000. It's weird. Yeah. Like the big difference in that. But yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah. Could you see yourself? Would Twitch? Would you want to be like full time kind of doing Twitch? Or do you just an option? You just like, would you see it more of just like a hobby as such that earns money? Like, would you prefer to be just doing other things? Like, would Twitch be like the back burner kind of thing?
Like at the minute, yeah, Twitch is probably just there. I mean, I would say in the last couple of months, it's gone up a lot more in terms of subscriptions and getting donations, stuff like that. Viewers as well, it's gone up a lot in the last month. So that could potentially start going up even more. Yeah. But again, like doing other collabs with like other people who are like do Twitch or do like YouTube stuff like that and all stuff, and if they put their video out, like other creators might say, oh yes, he does this as well, what they might not have known before. Yeah. So like they might drop me like, I don't know, a follow on there or subscribe or something like that. I can help boost them others as well. But again, Twitch is just like a hobby. Like I try and do an average week. It varies. I'll try and do at least 3 to 4, 2 to 3 hour streams a week if I can. Mostly on a night. So I mostly stream like 7 till 10 or like an 8 till 10. It depends with like uni work and stuff like that. But that's I try and do that minimum each week if I can. Yeah. And like I said, in the last couple of months, it's gone quite well recently, to be honest. What surprised me a little bit.
I want to talk to you about Wolves now. How do you think your season's going?
Better than I thought, especially after the first 3 games of the season. Yeah. When we lost 1-0 in all 3 of them. And it was a bit of a weird one because I never really heard of Bruno large before we come in. Yeah. Again, when we had Nuno, I never really heard of him. And then obviously he done bits with us. And a lot of people are saying with Nuno leaving, oh, you're going to be getting relegated, all this blah, 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 blah. But to be honest, Bruno's done well. Yeah. I feel like under Bruno, we play more attacking football than under Nuno. We create a lot more chances. It's just we just can't put them in the net. I mean, against Sheffield United, we scored 3. That's the first time this season I've seen us score 3 goals at home. And I've been to most home games. Yeah.
You've only scored like what, 20 or 28 or 30 goals this season and what 18 matches or something.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing that.
I mean, we don't score a lot, but we don't concede a lot as well. So that's why I think, like, you know, we're currently in 8th, so we could potentially push for Europe this season. But we can start scoring a lot more. Yeah. And obviously keep them at the net like we are. Who knows where we could be in the table?
Yeah. Who would be like your ideal realistic signing either in the January transfer window or this summer?
That's a tough one. I've seen, obviously it looks like Traore's leaving. Potentially could be going to Spurs. I saw another rumour as well. How true it is, I don't know. There's rumours that he might be going back to Barcelona in a swap deal for Dembele. Well, if we got Dembele, that'd be crazy. But I can't really see that happening. But who knows? Because Barcelona, the situation they're in at the minute, they're not in a good situation. But obviously, Troy's been linked with Spurs. But obviously, there's rumours Neves going to United. Neves has been linked with United for the last God knows how many transfer windows. I feel like if anyone's going to go, it looks like it's going to be Traore. Yeah. But we stacked on wingers. You know, we've got Podence, we've got Neto, we've got Hwang, we've got Trincao as well. So we've got over 4 wingers there. But the only thing I've missed with Traore is his pace, but he just can't finish. It's the only problem. Yeah. But going back to your question, who would I like to sign? I don't know exactly who, but I do think we need to improve. So maybe get another centre-back in, or maybe another centre-mid to replace Matinho, because Matinho's getting old now. Yeah. His legs are going. So I think he's only got maybe 1 or 2 more seasons in him. He's still class. I mean, I'm guessing you're a United fan. He's top of mind now. Obviously, the goal he scored against you guys.
Matinho's class, so he's unreal.
I have, he's the second most capped Portuguese player ever behind Ronaldo. I don't know how many caps he's got, but I'm sure he's the second most. But
Yeah.
he's had a good career, and even when we signed for 5 million from Monaco, that was a bargain. And,
Yeah.
He's class, but now he's getting old, so either another centre back or another centre mid.
Yeah.
But I reckon the big signings might come in the summer.
Yeah.
Probably not in January.
Do you think Ruben Neves will leave soon? I think he will. I think he's the length of time he's been at Wolves. I think I'm surprised he hasn't left for a bigger club yet, because he is like he's 24 and he's incredible. Like,
Yeah.
And he only scores bangers.
Yeah. I mean, I've witnessed some of them, especially the. I remember the one against. I don't know if you saw the one against Derby, in the Championship. That proper hair, like where he just off his knee and just volleyed in. And he went proper into the top corner. I was at that game and that was crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them as well, and it's something I just don't. It's weird because he only, like you said, he only scores screamers, so he makes the headlines every time he scores, nearly enough, because they're always like screamers. But again, when we first signed him, I've seen the Championship. I suppose, like when he was playing, like the squad we had in the Championship, it was like, how have some of these players come to the Championship? Obviously, when the new owners come in, they had a long-term deal, long-term plan, to get us out of the Championship. I think it was in 2 to 3 seasons. We got 8 in the first season when we first come in, so we was already, and obviously getting into Euro, getting to an FA Cup semi-final, getting to a quarter-final Europa League. It was crazy. Like, I went to a few of the Europa League games at Molineux, and I never thought at my age, compared to where I was like 5-6 years ago in League One, to be playing in Europe. Yeah. Like 5-6 years later, like it's just mind blowing, and it just shows again, money talks in football. Yeah. But yeah, Neves, I feel like he will leave at some point. And I'm surprised he hasn't already. But again, every window he's either linked with United or somewhere else. He's mainly United. He's linked with all the time. Yeah,
I hope United sign him. Sorry, you could maybe sign Harry Maguire off us. What do you think? You could take Marcus Rashford as well. We'll give you Marcus Rashford and Harry Maguire, and we'll take Ruben Neves. So Phil Jones. Would you stick Phil Jones?
Phil Jones. I mean, he played the other night, didn't he? He actually played all right.
I love Phil Jones, and I'm not joking. I love him. I think he's had a torrid time with injuries, and I think he's got a lot of unfair criticism over the years. Yeah, I mean, just he was in the squad when you guys last won the title. So I think there's only Jones and De Gea. They're the only two left. Him, De Gea are the only ones that are in the squad from the last time we won the league. But him, De Gea, and Ronaldo are the only ones that have won the Premier League for United. So they're the only winners in the team. Yeah, but mad people try and blame Ronaldo for United's problems. I know it's not Ronaldo's fault. The way I look at it is there's a lot of players there who are too big-headed. Is that the correct word to say? I don't know. And there's a lot of players who are not playing for big egos and not playing for the badge. Yeah. As well as a lot of the old players, like back in Fergie's days. Yeah. Fergie would not have stood for this. No. He would not stand for this 100%. Yeah, I think Gary Neville said a few months back on Sky Sports, he says a lot of them players out there think they are Ronaldo. Yeah. And I think he was indirectly saying that the likes of Rashford or maybe Mason Greenwood think they're at that level when they're still young and they haven't you have potential, but having potential and using it's two different things. Yeah. 100%. What else was it? I forgot to say the get out catchphrase. Like, did that just happen, or like where did it come from? So the Q&A feature come on TikTok, I think February last year. Yeah. And I saw some people doing it and they're doing pretty well. I'll just give this a go. Nothing's going to happen for me. Yeah. Like at the time, I was probably only on a couple of thousand followers on there. And so let's just see what happens here. See when you got your very first ridiculous question, were you not like, what the fuck? What kind of question is that? I was like that. I was like, what is this? And I thought, you know what, let's just give it a go, see what happens. And obviously then people kept asking me, and then the first big one was, can time off fridge. And I don't know what I was thinking at the time. It just come and I just said it. And then I did, can't time my fridge, get out. And then
it somehow started to become a meme and started trending, and then people started constantly asking me questions about, obviously, what would you do for certain football? I don't know, was in your fridge, was in your washing machine. The Martin Skill playing my radiators,
That's
my
brilliant.
pants, that's another big one. And obviously the football teams, like obviously there was on TikTok. And like especially the Kante one, Chelsea used my saying. And when I saw this, I was like, how has this gone from me doing I get everything in my kitchen to Chelsea FC using my saying on their official TikTok page with Kante in a video with some glasses on? I'm like, how has this happened? That's crazy.
The Martin Skirtle one was absolutely brilliant too. That was class.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's just mad how just like Get Out just took off, like something so simple. Like I've actually laughed sometimes whenever you read out the question and you're kind of half laughing to yourself, like this is just a random question, and you're trying so hard not to laugh, and then you have to act it out. It's like, why would people ever ask anything like that? Like I can understand people asking it after the first few videos, but like the first few questions, like what are people thinking?
I know, it's just like when I first saw it, I was like what goes through people's minds to ask someone to act out a footballer being in the fridge? Like I don't know, and then obviously tend to get out, and I don't know how that it just started trending. Like people ask me, how did that become like that? And I don't really know, it just happened.
Imagine you sitting when you're 60 or 70 years of age and your grandchildren are asking, how did you become famous, or what did you do when you're younger? How did you get so many followers, or how did you become famous as such? And you're like, I was told Kante to get out of my fridge.
It's just it is crazy. Talking about that as well, when I was on the podcast with Randolph Miniminter, Simon obviously Miniminter was saying, like, when people ask about me and like to ask like to describe me, he just said, oh, he's the guy who tells people to get out his fridge, and they're like, what? And it's like, it's crazy.
He's the boy that tells people to get out of his fridge. Like down the line, and fucking in 50 years' time, when you see a headline and N'Golo Kante has passed away, you're like, I remember whenever I told him to get out of my fridge.
Yeah. Oh,
crazy. Would you do a Q&A for me?
Yeah.
I have well, not so much a Q&A, but there's a friend of mine comes into my stream and he's a big fan of yours, and I want you to do a Get Out for him. His name's Jared, and he wondered what you would do if you walked into your kitchen and Phil Jones, Harry Maguire, and Jared were throwing eggs at each other.
Okay, I'll ask something else. I'm going to have to move my thing slightly. Hi, Jared. A bit of a random question, but I can ask something if you want me to. Obviously, I'm only joking, guys. You can see it. There we go. Harry Maguire. Who does? Enjoy. What are you doing in my kitchen? Throwing eggs at me. What are you doing? Stop doing that and get out. Get out. Get out. Do not come back and do it again. Can't believe they did that, guys.
Fucking brilliant. Absolutely class. You know it's a low-key funny bit about that. Whenever you're walking in and you're going,
yeah.
Oh, unbelievable. That is class. But I think that's everything I have to ask, unless there's anything you want to talk about, anything you want to mention.
I just want to take this time to thank you for allowing me to come on your podcast. And guys, when you see this, go and I don't know, follow as well. You know, on all his socials and that. Let's try and boost his accounts as well. And you know, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on. Starting the podcast, I thought I couldn't have nobody else but Luke Bennett had to kick off the show. Obviously, if anybody's watching this, where can we find you at, Luke? Obviously, everybody that's watching this is going to know where they find you, but tell us anyway.
So obviously, my main social media platform is TikTok. So if you just type in Luke Bennett, it'll come up like Luke Bennett drunk or Luke Bennett get out or something like that. You'll find me. My user's Luke Bennett 170. If you go on there, you'll see it. Obviously, I'm on YouTube as well. Just type in Luke Bennett, it'll come up. Twitch as well. I use Luke Bennett 201 on there. And obviously I'm on other socials as well. Instagram, Luke1158, if you want to drop me a follow on there. I'm trying to get 50k on there soon. We're on 33,000 followers on Instagram, so we can hit 50k by the middle of this year. That'll be nice. And yeah, I just want to thank everyone for the support and continuing support, and a lot of big things coming as well, so stay tuned.
Brilliant. Thanks, Luke, for coming on. But
no worries.
Time for you to get out. And cheers for everybody for watching. And if you want to tune in to next week we're going to have on Heinz Baines off Twitch and TikTok. So look out for that, guys, and cheers for listening.